Hello, class. My name is Antonio, and
And I'm Tanner.
and in this presentation, we're going to go over our Slick Safe campaign. The purpose of our project is to inform the Salt Lake Community College student and staff about Slick Safe. Before our campaign, we weren't aware about Slick Safe as well, and we were introduced to it by our professor and looking at our website. And in the Slick Safe website, there's a bunch of resources that students and staff can use regarding safety, information about the coronavirus. It's a safe place they can report any possible sexual assaults or illegal activity they might see on campus. So ultimately, it's like a all-in-one encompassing hub that provides a lot of information and resources for anyone that attends Salt Lake Community College.
Yeah, so like Antonio was saying, we're excited to present this SLCC Safe campaign to all the students. So the demographics of the students that we would like to present this campaign to are the ones that are going to be returning for the fall semester on Slick campus. So we've tried to put ourselves in their shoes to be able to understand what channels to use and how we could get to them so that they would be able to see and understand this message. So the demographics for our audience include a median age of the students that will be attending of 22 years old. 18.9% of the students will be assisting this fall range from 18 to 19 years old. 34.7% of the students assisting Slick are coming from non-white categories. 60% of the students attending Slick this fall will be under the age of 30. So a lot of these students are going to be young, and it'll be their first year for a lot of them. And so that means that the psychographics would be that the students returning the majority of them are not at a high risk category. And that means that they may not be as interested or concerned with preventing the spread or staying safe or stopping the spread of the virus. 34.7% of the students are in one of the categories of other than white, non-Hispanic. And these students may be able to benefit from like a multi-campaign strategy. Another psychographic is the American Psychological Association has reported that Gen Z, which comprises of people born from 1995 to 2012, have the poorest mental health of any other generation, and that COVID may be putting even more stress on them. Also, since the majority of the new students that will be attending Slick this semester are younger than 30, it is supposed that they could be a big cause of the propagation of the virus, due to the fact that they're more likely to be out with friends. And lastly, Gen Z is the busiest generation yet. According to the study done by Priceline, Gen Z feels more pressure at work than any other generation to take time off for vacation. The study found that 24% of Gen Z feel guilty about taking time off, adding to the pre-existing stress in their own lives. This may make it hard to get their full attention, and especially for something that they may deem as unimportant. So these demographics and psychographics play a large role in our campaign strategy to present this message to this demographic and psychographic in the best way, and to be able to get through to them and grab their attention so that they can put their full attention on our campaign and understand our key points and be able to learn and take home something that can benefit them and their family, which would be to prevent the spread and to be more safe from the coronavirus.
Awesome. So with this project in mind, our primary messaging goal is to educate. Nothing bad comes from educating one another, sharing the knowledge that we have, and especially to our fellow students and faculty, we want this extremely important information to reach them in one way or another. And then our second goal is to also create unity. The coronavirus pandemic has affected the entire globe. The entire globe has been affected by the the pandemic and like social, economic, and health manners, and the U.S. being one of the hot spots with schools and businesses and a lot of essential places shutting down or being hindered by it, it's extremely important that we like share unity and have each other's back in a situation like this.
Exactly. So some more of our key messages are the following. So we want everyone to know that SLCC Safe is an informative, accessible, and free resource for the Salt Lake Community College community that we can all use. Furthermore, the SLCC Safe is a reliable place to look for any updates on school policy, service hours, and updates on campus life. And lastly, we have to collaborate to take COVID-19 seriously in order to overcome the pandemic. So as you can see, these are a lot of very important messages that we would like all of the audience to be able to understand, to be able to retain, and ultimately to be able to follow so that we can all stay safe from the coronavirus and stop the spread.
So to further into our campaign, we decided on 4 different channels to really reach out to our audience. The first one that we agreed upon was a poster, and we decided to go with a poster because this medium is meant to like catch people's attention. It's meant to be simple, and it's supposed to be like a reference essentially. So it'll help draw in our audience by like providing little tips and pointers on how they could keep themselves safe by practicing social distancing, washing their hands, wearing a mask, and that sort of stuff. The second, and then a poster, of course, can be like hung around hallways and very, very easily as well. So they're very, very versatile, and that's why we went with it. The second medium we decided to utilize was an infographic. An infographic is basically meant to display it's meant to combine visual and information sort of in like a cohesive manner, in the way that it isn't as simple as a poster, but it's not as time consuming and as complicated as making a presentation would be. So an infographic essentially has like a bunch of information you have, but kind of categorized and in like a small piece of paper. So that's helpful because you could get a lot of information from it, but you also it also combines like the use of visuals to aid the information that it tries to convey, and that's the other one we decided upon. The other channel we also decided to use was an email. This email was structured to basically like reach out to students and staff and convey and invite them to look into the SlickSafe portion of the website. We meant to keep we kept it simple, so it's only a paragraph, but that's essentially what emails are supposed to be, because you don't want them to drag on too much or to give you too much information or overwhelm your audience in any way. It's usually best when they're straight to the point, and that's why we went with an email as well. And then our final one was a slick banner, and this is just meant to kind of invite students once again while they're on campus, since we are on that program most of the time, if not always. It essentially serves like as a little reminder and as a little invitation to check out the SlickSafe portion of the website as well. So hopefully with all these channels in mind, and the combination of all 4 channels, we can be successful in making our peers feel supported and well informed.
Perfect. As far as our tactical plan, we took into account our audience, what our purpose and message was, how we were going to present it to our audience, and when we would do that. So as far as the audience, we chose the students who will be attending SLIC for the first time this semester, and all students that will be returning this semester to the campus. So everyone basically that's going to be on the campus was our primary audience. The purpose was to show the audience what precautionary measures students can take to protect themselves against coronavirus, and also what resources the school offers to help the students stay safe and to prevent the spread. Like Antonio was saying, the how of the tactical planner, in other words, the channels that we used were Canvas banners, emails, and those could help the students that are going to be returning for or that are going to be attending for the first time this semester. And also we used posters and infographics, and those will be in places that the students commonly go, and in places that they'll be able to see and take a minute to be able to read the posters and the infographics and to be able to digest the information. As far as when these posters and infographics and banners and everything would go up and be sent out. So as far as to address the students who will be attending for the first time this semester, it would go up and be sent out within the first few weeks preceding the fall semester, so the first few weeks before all of the students went back. As far as all of the students that would be returning to the SLIC campus, they would be placed in the halls, in the admissions office, pretty much anywhere where the students would be able to see them and read them. And those would go up about 3 weeks before the start of the new semester, the fall semester. And then they would remain up during the duration of the fall semester. And this would be just so that anyone going to register or anybody that had to pay their tuition or to register for classes or to see a counselor, they'd be up in the halls readily available even before the school year starts, so that when it does start, all of the students are well informed and can make plans to be able to follow the guidelines and rules and to be able to apply all of the information that we're presenting them.
Awesome. So, in conclusion, the purpose or preventing the spread of coronavirus is truly, it's extremely important. We want students to fully realize and utilize all the resources that they have available and how they could do their part in preventing the spread. And as long as students and faculty are able to understand how to keep themselves safe and their loved ones safe as well, we would consider this a success. And in the process of this campaign, there are some things that both Tanner and I learned here as well. One of them that I'd say that I learned is that this project really helped me reinforce that you could get a lot of great things done in a group, and especially if you divide it among your peers. Like working with Tanner was great, and we were able to get a lot done, get it done on time, and we were both able to stick together and make a plan on something that we really care about.
Yeah, well, so this has been our strategic communications campaign, our SLCC Safe campaign, and we're excited to have another great semester there on the campus of SLIC for this upcoming fall semester. So thank you for your time.
We appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much.
Thank you.